Howdy, guys. Me. Welcome back to World of Guns, and today, we're going to be looking at quite a famous pistol. No, talk about beautiful. That one is gorgeous. Look at that thing. That's a nice looking Luger. Today, we're talking about the Luger P08, built by the Deutsche Waffen- und Munitionsfabriken, which means the Deutsche War. The German War, the German War and Munitions Factory. Or German Arms and Munitions Factory. As it says here, the pistol Parabellum 1908, or the Parabellum pistol, popularly known as Luger. One I love is a toggle locked recoil operated semi-automatic. The design was patented by Georg J. Luger in 1898 and was produced by the Germans. Okay, so I was right. The German arms manufacturer Deutsche Waffen- und Munitionsfabriken, DWM. Starting in 1900, it was an evolution of the 1893 Hugo Borchardt designed C93. It would be succeeded and partially replaced by the Walther P38. The Luger was made popular by its use in Germany during World War I and II, although the Luger pistol was first introduced in 7.62 by 22 mm, 7.65 by 22 mm Parabellum. It is notable for being the pistol which the 9 by 19 mm Parabellum, also known as the 9 mm Luger cartridge, was developed. Semi-automatic pistol, German Empire. In service, Germany 1904 to 1945, Switzerland 1900 to early 1970s. In the 1970s, over countries 1900 to present. Other countries: World War I, Spanish Civil War, World War II, Second Sino-Japanese War, Chinese War, and Rhodesian Bush War. All of this right here. $13 or 32 Reichsmarks to build one of these things. That's $13. You can pay up 20 bucks and buy one of these things back then. It's a very light pistol at 1.92 pounds, 8.74 inches, and it was built in a 45 ACP, but apparently that's rare to what it says. But I like the Luger, and so today, since it's Valentine's Day, I'm going to pair it up with its most famous counterpart. Now, there is a video on this, but I'm going to pair the Luger up with the Mauser 98K, and that's just because the Luger and the Mauser just go together. They're very good weapons together. They're just meant to be for each other. So, we're going to take a look at the Luger. So, first off, note this. The pistol, the bottom of the pistol magazine is actually wood. That's pretty cool, but look at the way the magazine is built. It's at an angle. Slides in at an angle. And that allows kind of better conformation to your hand. You know, it's just better all the way around. Take off the panel. Next, we take off the receiver. Now, this is the whole receiver. It's pretty cool. And then the rear, the toggle pin, and then the toggle link. And that's the Luger. Build stripped. Seems kind of simple. Put that back in. The rear toggle pin, the receiver, and you're just going to backtrack your steps, the side plate, and the magazine. That's the Luger. Not very much to it, you would think. Oh, wait. I clicked on the wrong one. I'm sorry, I'm having a hard day today. Let's back out of that real quick. Disassembly. Another fun one. The magazine. Take that out. Note about this is probably one of the more complicated pistol magazines I think I've ever seen. Like, seriously. Look at this magazine. Look at all the parts to it. But that's at least for our concerns right now. Now, left grip screws, Germans kind of genius on this kind of thing. You just kind of, your pistol grips kind of slipped up under the metal, so you only needed 1 screw instead of 4 like the Colt. And that kind of allowed, you to easily, you didn't have to worry about as many screws in your pistol. Our toggle side plate, obviously going to come off. Turn around to this. Lever pin and the lever. Yeah. We're going to take the receiver off. And now the barrel. Front sight. Front sight comes off. Toggle pin. Now the thing is this doesn't have a bolt or a slide. This has a toggle. So what that does is instead your rear sights right here. You're looking down these. As you fire your Luger, the part with the round circle thing right there will come up, and that'll reload the weapon. And so that was kind of a genius idea at the time it was built. But kind of got easily taken out. This is kind of a difficult bolt or slide or toggle or whatever you want to call it. But it was made early, so they didn't know, how to make things uncomplicated. Even though the German army brought this into service. But it's still kind of a bitch and a half. My Luger is a very nice Luger. There's no doubt I love the Luger. It's a beautiful handgun. Very good home defense weapon if you can get your hands on one. Now, Parabellum is still making parts, and they're still making handguns, but they don't make the Luger anymore. So for those of you who are all sitting out there going, well, I'm going to go buy me a Luger now, well, they don't make the Luger. Luger's been out of production for God knows how long. However, they're still out there as like museum pieces, but they're not very common. And to answer Demolition Matt's question, Geject. That means safety in German, or safe, or non-fire. So, answers your question, Matt. If you're wondering what the hell does that mean, that's exactly what it means. And then obviously the Germans were like, well, that means safety, so we don't need to put one that says fire. So, why put one that says fire? And now we're done with the Luger. The beautiful Luger P08. Quite a beautiful handgun, in my terms. I like it a lot. I love the Luger. Get your hands on one. They're really cool looking guns. I must give it to them. But what else? It shoots 9mm round, but most people are like, it's not that bad. I mean, I wouldn't call it that bad. I mean, it's a good handgun. It'll bring somebody down. Don't let the Luger fool you. I probably have seen people be brought down by a damn Luger before, and it'll bring you down. They're great handguns. Again, I really love the Luger. It's a good looking handgun, I have people like 1911. I prefer the Luger, and it's just because it's a good looking gun. in my honest opinion. There's people out there that go, yeah, 1911, but there's a lot of people out there in 1911, and you know, I don't have like special feelings like, oh, you know, it's because people don't like it. Well, no, that's not my reason. It's just because I just like the Luger. It's a good looking damn handgun. And to be honest with you, I'd take the damn thing any day over a 1911. It's one because Luger, easy to maintain, easy to handle. It's very simple handgun. 1911, bigger round, kind of a little bit harder to handle. But without a doubt, still a great handgun. They're both great weapons, so don't let people try to deceive you or anything and say, oh, one's better than the other. Or, you know, it's people's preferences. You know, I just like the Luger. And it's funny because the P38's down the line from here, so I might unlock the P38. I'm not sure. Depends on what you guys want. But here's what I'm talking about. These kind of like little notches right here. Watch these. Kind of throw them up under the handgun, and it provides you to give better control. I mean, not better control, but it just kind of allows you to take out the screws and so many assembly parts in the weapon. You don't have to have 4 screws like the 1911. It just sits up under there. This is one of the other extremely famous handguns of World War II. The TT-30 is not a very famous one, but the Luger by far is an extremely famous handgun. So, yeah, it's the Luger. I love the Luger. My Luger is amazing. It's just such a good looking gun. You can change out the barrel and give it a longer barrel. Check this out. That's legit. And a lot of Lugers were very, I don't want to say the longer barrel editions. A lot of Lugers were given the short barrel. So here's your safety. Sorry, Gesicht means fire. Safety, fire. Safety, fire. Safety, fire. Safety, fire. There. Alright, we got that. Check it out. That's cool. That's cool. I like that about the Luger. Watch this. Cool. It's a cool gun. I really do enjoy the Luger. It's a beauty. Oh, our daily quiz is back up. Start the quiz. Sturmgewehr. That'd be a Desert Eagle. Be a Lewis gun. It's an S&W M53. Hard day. Oh, that's right. Mauser. Yeah. Actually, yeah. So the Mauser 98K. We all have actually seen the field strip for the Mauser before. So we're just going to run it through the operation. So here we go. Bayonet. Scope mount. Scope. Ooh, a Mauser with a bayonet and a scope. Put it on safety. Alright. Let's take the scope mount off, take the bayonet off. Alright, rear sight. Stripper clip. And that's the Mauser for you. Another great one I'm gonna add on is the Schmeiser, because this thing also served along the Schmeiser. So, you know, Schmeiser. Yeah. MP40. I didn't know you could put a suppressor on this thing. That's cool. I think you fold the stock. Put our suppressor on it. No. Fold our stock out and fire it. Check our safety real quick. And reload the weapon. And that was the Schmeiser. Now, there's guns in here like Sturmgewehr. I really want to get the Sturmgewehr. You know, it's a Sturmgewehr. You get the Flak 88 in here, which is like insane. That thing looks cool. I'd love to watch that thing. No? But those are the 3 German weapons I have unlocked, other than the H&K, which really nobody cares about. Because those are the 3 American weapons from the 3 German weapons from World War II. There's one more, the Walther P38. There's the MG34, which I hope to unlock, because that's gonna be badass as hell. The MG3, the MG42. Sadly, can't get it because I don't have the credits for it. But you got all these weapons, all these German weapons that served in the Second World War that are on this game, like the Sturmgewehr, the Mauser, the MG3, the MG34, the Schmeiser, the Luger, the P38. All of those guns really come into the Second World War training for the Second World War weapons for the Germans, you know. And so I figured, you know, you can't go without the Luger and all things like that, because we have the Mauser, we have the Schmeiser, and now we need the Luger, but now we need to get the Sturmgewehr, the MG34, and the Walther P38. And when we get those, we'll kind of be moving out of World War II weapons. They'll still be around, but we're kind of going to be moving out of them, because they're just, it's kind of an over thing, you know. So hopefully eventually I can get the Maxim, which looks really cool. I'll get the Dushka, but sadly I can't. Anti-Tank Boys looks really cool, but with all that aside, I just want to end off this video by saying thank you for so much for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and check out my buddy cbbackfire on his channel. He does Destiny and Call of Duty and Fallout. So check out his channel and subscribe to him. He's got pretty good content. And as always, I will catch you all in the next video. Mind of War, out.